Hey everybody, welcome back to Getting to Know Illuminate. We're going to get into exporting things from E-Centennial and how that works, how that looks, and how to do it so you can save all of your courses on your computer or hard drive for the future. As you probably know, all of our courses are not populated in Illuminate, all the stuff we've taught. So we don't have that resource to pull back on in the future. So I do suggest you really work on creating a backup, whatever that looks like, on a hard drive or your computer, just so you have all those quizzes and content. So let's jump into eCentennial now, and we will work through exporting. So I'm sure everybody has copied, or hopefully everybody's copied something from eCentennial, exported or whatnot. But the main thing we're going to do here is this gear. This is a CFQ prep course that I want to export so that we have it for whenever that happens next in Illuminate. So I'm going to click this gear here, and then I'm going to go to import, export, or copy components. And what we want to do here is export. Copy, we don't need to do that anymore. eCentennial is no more. So we're going to export as a bright space package. You can export it as these other things. I don't really know what they do. And I goofed around a lot with it before we have more information in Luminate, and it did nothing. So the main thing we want to see here is export as a bright space package. Bright space is the mainframe or the background for what eCentennial is built on, the D2L platform. We're going to export as a Brightspace package and click Start at the bottom here. This gives us the list of what we want to export. A few things that will not cross over from eCentennial to Illuminate would be rubrics as well as discussion boards. You can build both of those in Illuminate very easily, but it doesn't translate over so well in the transfer package, basically. In this instance, I'm just going to select all. If you wanted to pick just a certain quiz or something like that for this instance, you could do that. But we're not going to have eCentennial to pull from in the future, so I'd recommend you export the whole thing just to have it for that. So then you hit continue. This gives you a confirmation of what do you want to export. Now, this is where it tricked me up the first time because I was like, yep, I just want to export that, hit export done. Do not do that. What you need to do is scroll down to the bottom of this page, and there's this little checkbox here. Include the course files in the export package. You must select this. This will add all those little images to pictures, images or pictures into the test or test bank that you want to have. If you don't do that, all it has is a broken image and it won't work. So make sure all those little background files from eCentennial that we don't see are included in that package, and this will work properly for you for pretty much everything. Caveat to that, if you've spent time working in HTML on your course, um, it doesn't transfer nicely. It doesn't transfer nicely at all. It actually looks like a garbled mess, kind of. If you put time with the text bubbles and all that stuff, they do not come over well. All the text is there and it's somewhat manageable, but you will not be happy with the aesthetics of it. It's not pretty. Um, what I suggest you do is still pull it over and whittle through what you can do to make it work. While we have eCentennial available, I suggest you put one on one screen, Luminate on another screen, and kind of work side by side just to make it back up to what you expect it to be. But unfortunately, it will not be the pretty course shell that you had in eCentennial to start anyway. We can make it there and we can get it somewhat pretty in Illuminate, but it doesn't have the same type of feel yet. All right, so I've done all this. I've chosen everything I want. I'm going to hit the export tab here. This takes a while. So I've preempted what to do after the fact, but once it's been started, it does take a while depending on how big the course shell is. Click the done arrow. You can go back to the course and see what's going on. Once the course has fully made its package and developed it, you'll see this export finished tab here. We're going to click on that. It's going to take us to this new page where it's export summary, and we're going to download that zip package. Now, zip package is a compressed file. Throw it on your desktop, throw it on your on a S drive, throw it on a hard drive, whatever that looks like, and save it for the future. And that's pretty much it. You're going to keep that zip drive. What I would suggest you do with that is rename it to a file that you know what it is. So, for example, that CFQ prep course, I'm going to write AST CFQ prep full course as my file type. It should I should be able to remember what that looks like when the time comes. I hope this helps, and don't forget, make sure you hit that check mark box before you export everything. And until the next one, take care, everybody.